Well guys, tonight we had some pretty big announcements or revelations, and that was firstly Season 3 of My Hero Academia got its first teaser, or an official teaser I guess you could say, not counting the one that we got at the very end of Season 2, which was basically nothing. This time we got to see more about what Season 3 is actually going to be covering. I mean, we did get to see the villains, you know, Toga, Dabi, Shigaraki, even Deku, and some new characters that I'm not gonna go into because they may be anime only people here. So based on what we saw in this trailer, we can pretty much assume that it's going to be 13 episodes, as me and a lot of other people have been speculating that it will be. I mean, it could be 25 episodes, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna complain if it is, because I've read the manga and to me it doesn't really matter how many episodes there are, but to people who only watch the anime, 13 episodes would be the best option here, and I think that's going to be the case, honestly. What I want to go into as well, of course, is the game, and that's something that I haven't really been talking too much about on my channel because, well, there hasn't been much on the game until now, because now we actually got a sort of a trailer for it, I guess. It's sort of a short cinematic bit, and we did get to see some gameplay too, and I'm gonna be honest with you, the gameplay looks pretty nice. I mean, yes, it's a fighter game. I mean, you can't expect it to be too unique compared to like the Naruto Storm games and whatnot, but the fact that, you know, it's a My Hero Academia game, it has a special place in my heart because of that, so I'm gonna be kind of biased towards it simply because of that. And it seems to stand out in certain ways, like the visuals seem to be kind of different from at least the Naruto Storm games, but as far as graphics go, it's kind of similar. I mean, you can't expect too much out of an anime-based game. It's gonna have to look like the anime. At least they're gonna have to do their best at, you know, replicating the anime graphics, and you can't have it to HD, I guess, and stuff like that. So yes, it does look very similar to the Storm games, to the Dragon Ball games and whatnot, but the gameplay really does look nice to me. Like, you can actually destroy the surroundings and whatnot. It just looks nice, in my opinion. But as I said, it's nothing that stands out compared to other anime games. I mean, it is very similar visually and probably functionality as well. The one thing that I am curious about when it comes to the game is, of course, if it's going to be a campaign-based fighter game like the Storm games, or if it's just going to be a straight-up fighter game, because I know some fighter games just are straight-up fighter games, you know, because this game kind of has Deku and Shigaraki fighting at the trailer, which kind of makes me think it's not really gonna take the anime route. You know, the story doesn't really have Deku and Shigaraki fighting at all, so I don't really see it following the story that we already know about. It's either gonna be a completely original story, or it's going to be just a straight-up fighter. I wouldn't mind if it's a straight-up fighter, you know, it would be great for killing time, you know, just having fun. I mean, it's not going to be the most immersive game, maybe, but it is going to be a fun game when you don't have anything else to do and all of that, you know. In the case of like Naruto Storm games and Dragon Ball Xenoverse and all of the other previous games of Dragon Ball, you know, there's always been a story, and I just hope that this game has a story, even if it's an original story, because that's just how fighter games up until now have been, at least the ones that I've played, especially anime based ones. Like, obviously I don't really know if it's been the case with like Street Fighter, because I've never really played that much Street Fighter in my life, but even like the Tekken games have some story behind it, even if it's very limited. So that's something that I would like to know more about. Obviously, since this trailer and all of that, you know, it's in Japanese. I can't read Japanese, so I don't really know exactly in too much depth how this game is going to be built up. Maybe it wasn't even revealed, you know, I don't know. Anyway, that's really all I had to say about My Hero Academia trailer and the video game. Obviously, I'm mostly talking about the video game in this video, but I would like to know what you think about the game as well as the anime trailer. Do you think it is going to be a great season of the anime, and do you think the game is going to be very enjoyable, or do you think it's just gonna feel like more of a copy of other anime games? Just be sure to let me know in the comments. And as always, if you did, be sure to Detroit smash that like button if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you're new to my channel. This has been your favorite host, Perm, and I will see you next time.